Good morning, friends. How are you today? I've been missing you. I'm glad you're here. I have my coffee today. All right. Should we get ready? Let's do this. All right. So first things first, let me welcome my class. I miss my friends that I was with in my classroom at my school. I've been missing seeing your faces and hearing your giggles and all that good stuff. But I sure am glad that your families get to hear that stuff at home with you, because I know I'm enjoying my daughters right now, my Sophie and my Sabrina. They bring me so much joy and love in my heart when I hear them giggling and laughing together. So I hope you guys have lots of giggles and laughs today too. All right. So I'd also like to welcome any friends that maybe aren't in my class and that are joining us today. So much fun to have you here. Okay, I hope you guys learned something new or at least have some fun. All right, let's do it. All right, let's start with our important talk, which is our talk about feelings. This morning, when I got up this morning, I got to tell you, I was a little confused. I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know if I should be hurrying up and getting out of bed, if I had something to do. I was feeling a little confused. And so it took me a minute. I had to stop and think. I said, wait, I think right now we're supposed to be following the rules and staying home so that we can stay safe right now, right? So we have to follow the rules. And I learned that, because I'm an old lady, right? I learned that if you follow the rules, you have a happy life. So Mrs. Wise decided, oh yeah, that's right. I just have to follow the rules. Got it. All right, then I felt happy once I kind of remember what was going on. So I felt two feelings. I felt a little confused today and I felt happy. All right, so I also have got a little thing here that talks about what we can do. And remember, it used to say, when I feel mad, sad, worried or unfocused, I can. But then I remembered that these are things that we can do anytime to make our hearts feel happy and make our brain and our heart connect, right? Sometimes life feels a little bit out of balance. And so some of these things are things that you can do to feel in balance again, right? So some of the things that are here are, thinking about waves and breathing, breathe deeply. We can think about reading a book or looking at feel-good pictures. Sometimes I look at pictures of cute animals. They make my heart smile. There was one that had a chipmunk and he had his cheeks all full of food. He was so cute. So sometimes if I'm feeling like I just want somebody on board with me, if I'm feeling a little lonely, I might ask somebody to help me. Maybe my husband or maybe my girls could help me feel happy. Sometimes it's fun to build something or do something. But one thing that Mrs. Wise does every day is I try to exercise a little bit every day, but I also like to draw and color, okay? And I like to paint. So I'd like to do that with you right now. So let me get this ready. Today I wrote down some words here. So I noticed out my window, I saw some drips coming down. We'll talk about weather in just a minute, but I noticed that there were some drips coming down. So I thought maybe we could think about those drips and what they do for us. It says, every drop that falls down gives flowers a chance to grow. And on this kind of drip-droppy day, how will you grow today? Oh, I wonder what that means. How will you grow today? All right, so I'm going to I like to put lots of water on my paper. This is such a silly way to kind of paint together, right? I'm just going to draw a little bit of drip-droppy drips coming down, right? But how will you grow today? I wonder what that means. Let's think about that together. So sometimes we can learn at school, right? We can learn all kinds of things at school. But can we learn all kinds of things at home too? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think we can learn at home? Yeah, so can we grow in like math? Sure we can, right? Can we grow in our reading? Oops, this is why I forgot to shut that off. I'm gonna shut that off for a sec. All right, so yeah, can we grow in reading today? How could we do that? Oh, by reading to our family, sure. Could we grow in science today? Could we think like a scientist today? Yeah, how could we do that? How could we grow as a scientist? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe we could mix colors. That's what I'm doing today. I'm thinking about mixing colors like a scientist. Scientists mix things, right? But only things that moms and dads and mamas and nannies say it's okay for us to mix, right? We have to really be good listeners with that stuff. But yeah, so we could grow in lots of different like school kind of ways. Those are some ways that we could grow. But what about, could we grow in our hearts? What do you think about that? Could we grow in our hearts? How? How do we grow in our hearts? Yeah, we can grow in our hearts by being kind to other people, by helping people. Can you do that? Some people think that only big people can help. Do you think that only big people can be helpers? Or do you think little people can be helpers too? I wonder what you think about that. What do you think? Have you ever helped anybody? You did? Who did you help? Your family, your little sister or brother? Maybe your grandparents. Have you ever helped them carry something or put things away? Oh yeah, we can help our family just by pitching in and doing our part. All right, Mrs. Wise is just gonna, you sent me some raindrops there while we were talking. Yeah, so I'm gonna just draw just some little colors down here, things that might be starting to grow, because I know beautiful things come when we grow and change. So I'm just going to draw a few little friends that might be growing and changing here. Do you see these cute little flowers? They remind me of you. They're beautiful and they're strong. I'll give them some nice stems. Do you know why? The stems are the part that hold that flower up. And I know you guys have got very strong stems at your home, really strong families to help hold you up. Right, guys? All right, friends. Every drop that falls down gives flowers a chance to grow. How will you grow today? We'll think about that more at the end. All right. Let's let that dry over there. Da, 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 la, 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 la. I have too much stuff. I better clean up my stuff so I don't lose it. Okay, close it up, Mrs. Wise. All right, let's see what's next. Let's do some calendar skills this morning. I think we're ready. Oh, wait, we gotta do some deep breaths. Everybody in through your nose. Sometimes I say, smell the flowers and blow out the candles. Whoa, I blew my paper away. Smell the flowers, blow out the candles. Smell the flowers, blow out the candles. Really nice. All right, let's look at our whole body listening so we know we're ready to do our work today. We know that we have to have watching eyes, listening ears, quiet voice, calm, quiet body, right? I'd like to see those ready hands. I know my friends in my class do a great job with those ready hands. Every time they show me their ready hands, and then they do their watching eyes, so I know that they're ready to listen, okay? Let's make sure we're listening with our heart today, because if we don't care about what we're doing, then it just doesn't matter, okay? So we want to really think about opening our heart to what we're learning today and make some connections in your brain when we're working together today. See if it reminds you of something else that we've done before or something else that you've experienced in your life. When you make those connections, that really brings the learning to life for you. All right, my good friends, let's get that calendar up and ready. Here we go. Get rid of that. Okay, friends. Oh my gosh, it is a new month. It used to be April, but now it's May. I love it. Let's look and see. Oh, sorry. I just kicked Monty under there. All right. I looked on my calendar list. And I didn't see any birthdays for the kids in my class, so I didn't put any cupcakes yet. All right. Our calendar looks like this. I see that today is Friday. It's number 1. So let's count. Ready all together. It's going to be hard. Ready? 1. That's it. Was that so hard? Mrs. Wise, that's not hard. All right, so we'll start with a butterfly for today. Our pattern looks like butterfly, flower, bee. Butterfly, flower, bee. Butterfly, flower, bee. But today is our first day, so we just have our butterfly. That's it for today. Tomorrow won't be a school day, but Mrs. Wise will put a flower there for us for tomorrow, okay? All right, so today, I know that today is Friday. I learned that when I know my date, I can go straight up on my calendar and figure out what day of the week it is. So today is Friday. I don't have yesterday on here because yesterday was April. So I can look here. Yesterday was Thursday. Good. All right. So yesterday was Thursday. Today is Friday. Let's check it out. I wonder what tomorrow will be. Let's sing our song. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep. Friday. Tomorrow will be Friday. No, wait. Today is Friday. Wait a minute, Mrs. Wise. Did I make a mistake? I did. All right. I have a question. When Mrs. Wise makes a mistake, should I just give up? Should I cry? Should I just stop working? No. But I was a little embarrassed when I made that mistake because Mrs. Wise is a teacher and I shouldn't make a mistake like that. What should I do? Should I quit? No? There's no quitting in kindergarten? What should I do? Don't give up? All right. All right, let's see if I can do it. All right, so I have to look back and say today is Friday. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Gotcha. Tomorrow will be Saturday. Do you see what happened there? I didn't give up. My friends at home helped me. I stayed focused and I didn't quit. And look what happened, some beautiful things. So today is Friday, May 1st. That's a fancy way to say, just like when we have our line leader, that line leader is the first one in line. Today is our first day of May. All right, let's boogie on through. All right, I have to erase this. I left this here for us so we could erase it together. April is all done, and it is time for us to have May. It is May now. I'm circling that. That looks really good. All right, let's do our Macarena. January, February, March, and April, May. That's where we are now. June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Good job. All righty, misters and misses. Let's put this cube right here. I know that I can count my ones. It says 1 and 2. We put a cube for each day, right, guys? So let's erase this number 1. And what number do I need? 1, 2. I need the number 2. So we have to say, what's up? Number poem for 2. Do you remember? Around the track and back. Toot, toot. That's silly. All right. So we have got, oh, we have to do it over here too. I have to make this one have a 2 also. Around the track and back. Okay, got it. So now we can look and say we have one group of 100. We have 1, 2, 3 groups of 10. And we have 2 extra ones. So we can say 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. So there's 132. Perfect. I've known you for 132 days, my friends that are in my class. That's a lot of days. And I feel like we've gotten to know each other really well. My hair is doing something weird. There we go. We've been friends for a long time together in our class. Other friends, maybe I haven't known you for 132 days, but maybe you've been in school for around that many days too, right, guys? All right, we'll move our shadow box from 131 right next door to 132. We'll add a star over here in my 10 frame. All right, so my 10 frames that are full, I can count by 10s. Is this 10 frame full yet? Not yet. So I'm going to count by 10s, and then when I get to here, I'm going to have to count by 1s, okay, guys, because it's not full yet. So here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40. Will you count with me? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. What I love about that is when we do that together, we're practicing being a good team and staying together, right? And that's a really good skill because in school, we have to kind of stay together sometimes. We have to follow the group plan. So you guys did a good job following the group plan there. All right, let's add 1 tally mark for today. Super job. Okay, and then these are groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 131, 132. So when I count by fives, it makes me think about money. And when I was counting by tens, I was thinking about money too. So wait. Here, when we were thinking about counting by tens, I was thinking about counting coins, counting dimes. Dimes are worth 10. So when we count out dimes, we count them out by tens. We say 10, 20, 30, right? Because that's worth 10 cents, each dime is. So when I think about counting by fives, which coin is worth 5 cents? Do you remember? Is it a penny? No, it's not worth a dime because the dime was worth 10. It's not the dime. The quarter is worth 25. That's a big one. Which other coin is there that's worth 5 cents that we would count by fives? Yes, the nickel. You're right. The nickel is worth 5 cents. So we would count nickels this way. We would say, if I had a bunch of nickels, I could count them out and say 5, 10, 15, right? I know how many cents my pile of nickels were worth. Super job. Let's move right along. I don't want you to do that today. Isn't that silly? Ooh, look at our weather chart is empty because it's a new month. So today we get to put our first picture on our special weather chart. Do you know what kind of chart this chart is called? Do you remember? It's not a bar graph, it's a pictograph. Yeah, because it's got pictures on my graph. So that's kind of cool. It's called a pictograph. Okay, so let's check out the weather. We gotta go for a walk. Come on. Oh my goodness, everything's in the way. Hold on, friends. La, 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 la. All right, what's the weather like, friends? Yeah, the ground is wet. Clouds in the sky. Trees are dancing. It's wet. All right, what's the weather like? What do you think? What should I put? Huh? What'd you say? Oh, you think I should put sunny? No? What should I put? Okay, I'll put some cloudy. Should I put sunny and cloudy? Not right now, but I did hear that there might be some sun later today, like in the afternoon, a little bit, but not right now. There is definitely some rain. And then there's a little bitty bit of wind. So I'm gonna make a little wind. I like the way you don't mind if I do that. You're thinking flexibly. Sometimes Mrs. Wise might do something that's a little unexpected, so sorry. But sometimes we can have some fun with other people's ideas and thoughts, right? So it's okay to have a little teeny tiny wind there, right? All right, so we've got cloudy. Today's weather is cloudy, rainy, and a little bit of windy. Let's stand for, oh, look at, I put this new picture of a flag here. Do you like this one? Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you like the other one better. What do you think? I like this one. Oh. All right, everybody out, hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well done, friends. I remember when I first had you in my class, you didn't know that pledge yet. Some of you didn't, right? We got to learn that together. It makes me happy. All right, I think I'm going to stop right there for today. I am going to do a little bit of work here. Let's do a quick butterfly check, see what they're up to. There hasn't been any changes lately. The next thing that we'll do with our butterflies is we're going to let them go soon because they're going to be ready. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's check them out, see what they're up to today. They're eating their oranges. Can you see them? They're eating their oranges. They are hanging out, practicing opening and closing their wings. I'll put my hands in there, see what they're doing. What are you doing over here? Do you want to come on my finger today? Let's see. Maybe. Yep. What do you think? Aren't they beautiful? It's been so special to have them growing in my house. I've been watching them grow and change. I'm so glad you've been helping me do that, right, guys? Here, why don't you come on the orange? You might like it. Let's see if he wants to go over there. You want to? You can. I believe in you. There you go. Give him a little snack. Okay. So yeah, I remember that our butterflies have gone through some changes. We'll do a quick quick. Let's do our butterfly life cycle. Lickety-splickety. See what we have here. I know that we have the egg. I know that the egg, when we first, we didn't get to see the egg. When our butterflies came, they came as caterpillars. That was the first stage that we got to see. Then those caterpillars, they formed their chrysalis, right? You hear some strange noises. It's just my dog Monty making those noises under my table. And then out of the chrysalis came the butterfly. So this is the stage we're in now, right? Butterflies, they do something cool. They lay eggs. So we won't get a chance to see that because the butterflies we're going to let them go so that they can live and fly out in nature, in the world, right? We've done a good job taking care of nature together. So we won't get a chance to see them lay their eggs. But we know that that's part of that process, right? Sometimes we just have to believe in things that we can't see, right? But we know that that happens because then we see caterpillars out in nature. Those eggs are teeny tiny small, okay? All right, so that's that for today. Mrs. Wise is going to think about doing some more work with this on Monday. We'll do some more coloring and thinking about that butterfly life cycle. Okay, guys? All right, let's see what's next today. Well, I want you to practice those sight words. I am going to just practice the new ones for today. And I'm going to kind of have them in mixed up order today. I'm just going to kind of put them all around. Da-dee-da-da-dum. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Oh no, I think I should probably clean these up. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. What should I do? All right, we are going to look for some words together, okay? I'm going to hunt for the word that talks about the number 1. So I remembered that there's lots of different ways to represent numbers. We can use the numerals or the digits, right? This is a number, a numeral, right? So I can hold that up and show you. So there is the numeral 1. This is the word 1, like the name of that number. And then this is 1 dot that represents just 1, right? I can also use my fingers. Look, there's 1. That's another way to show 1. So we can use all of these ways, but we can also say this is 1. All right, let's find 2 and see if we can do it with 2. Where are you? All right, I'll give you a second. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my coffee. You see if you can find 2. I'll look over here. Hi, Sabrina. Did you find it? Where do you think it is? Is this one the 2? Nope. How about this one? Is that 2? This one? We found it. All right, so there's the number 2, the numeral 2. There's the word 2, the name 2, and this is the representation of 2. So what could I do if I had that number 2? How can I show that with my hands? Can you show me with your hands? Is it like that? And so you show me 2, right? Those are all different ways of showing 2. All right, let's see. Let's find 3. Oh, here it is. 3 is right here. Around the tree, that's the way we make a 3. So that's the number 3. There's the name 3, and there's 1, 2, 3 digits. How can we show that with fingers? There it is. Can you see, show me yours? Yeah, really nice. All right, now let's find 4. Oh, here it is. There's that number 4. Down and over, down some more. That's the way we make a 4. There's the name 4, the word 4, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. How can we show that with our fingers? There it is, 4. Last one. There's the number 5, the numeral 5. That's the word 5. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. Okay, let's see how we can do 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 fingers. 5, 5. Super job. All right, so for today, I do want to go over a little bit more work here today. All right, so we've been talking about, so we're switching tracks a little bit. We're moving away from our sight words, and we're going to think about writing some numbers, writing some letters. So our letter this week is the letter G. This G is a little messy. It got some Play-Doh on it because Mrs. Wise was rolling out the Play-Doh the other day. But this is our letter G. Uppercase G, lowercase g. G makes the g sound, like get, go, golf, girl, glad, grapes. Hear the g sound at the beginning? Glop, gift, green, gorilla. So many fun g words. Mrs. Wise had already practiced here, where I make sure that my letters sit on the line, right? There's that uppercase G, there's that lowercase g. Super job, Mrs. Wise. And I had circled this G because I liked it the best. I thought I did a really good job on this G. Yeah, I think I did. All right, so, and then now I'm gonna think a little bit about writing the letter G in my workbook. I just have to find it. One moment, please. Let's find it. Where's that? I think I found it. Lowercase g. Okay. So this is how we make that lowercase g. Mrs. Wise is going to get her. I might use, what I want to use today. I might use this pen to help us, just so you can see it nice and clearly. Okay, guys? Actually, I think I'll just use a crayon for this one so you can see it nice and clearly. So Mrs. Wise is going to trace. I'm going to make my magic C. Do you see? Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump. Magic C, up like a helicopter, back down. Okay, magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, back down and turn. Okay, here we go. This is our lowercase g, right? Here we go. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, back down and turn. Magic C, up like a helicopter, back, oh, bump, back down and turn. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, back down and turn. It looks like a monkey tail there, doesn't it? So cute. So that lowercase g is a hanging letter, isn't it? It hangs down below that line. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, go back down and turn. Magic C, that looks good. Now what do I have to do? Do you remember? I did my magic C. Now I have to do what? Okay, go up like a helicopter. Should I go way up here? No, I have to bump that line. Okay, so up like a helicopter, bump that line. Now what? Now I have to go back down. Okay, am I done? No, I have to turn. Okay, magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, go back down, and then curve. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, back down, and then turn. Magic C, up like a helicopter, bump, go back down, and then turn. I'm going to do my last one. Help me together. Magic C, then what? Up like a helicopter, bump, and then go back down and turn. I started with the lowercase g today because I wanted to show you. The next time we're together, we'll do the uppercase g. We've done that one before in class. So I wanted to give you a chance to see something new and different. Okay, guys? All right, that looks super, super good. I am going to think just a smidge about the story that we wrote yesterday. Mrs. Wise was thinking about a story that has feelings. So this story I wrote, but here we have got all the ideas of things that you could write about. You could write about something here or something different. So these activities are some of the activities on our remote learning plan, the stuff that we're going to learn at home with mom and mama and dad and nanny, right? So these are some of the choices here, right? So we could choose some of these things to write about. These are just ideas in case you can't think of one. Or maybe sometimes I write about the same thing over and over again, which can be fun. But sometimes I want to think about expanding or growing. Wait a minute, are you talking about growing like this? Every drop that falls down gives flowers a chance to grow. How will you grow today? Do you mean that you could grow by choosing something that maybe you haven't written about before? Something new to you, something different? That could be exciting. Mrs. Wise is going to read you my story that I wrote yesterday. Now you'll notice that sometimes my words aren't spelled correctly, but they are spelled. If you look at in kindergarten, we're thinking about the sounds in the word. So don't worry too much if the letters are not the exact letters that it's not written exactly correctly. Watch this. I heard Monty bark. He was hungry. That's the beginning of my story. I wonder what will happen next. In the middle of my story, next, I got his food. I put it in his bowl. There's Monty's food. There's Mrs. Wise. Do I look good? There's my hair. There's Monty's food. Monty ate his food. He was so happy. His tail was wagging. Look at his little tail. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. His tail is wagging. So that was my story. It had a beginning. It had a beginning. First, I had to think about what I wanted to write, right? Then I had to make a plan. And then I wrote the words and drew the pictures. And I love making some beautiful thought bubbles and word bubbles here to help me, speech bubbles, so I know what are the animals talking about? What are the people thinking about, right? So here, he was feeling hungry. And then here, he was feeling happy. So these are called feeling stories because it talks about how people or animals are feeling, right? Super job. All right, my good friends, I have one more thing to do with you today. I did want to talk just a little bit about some ideas here on this fun math paper here. It says, I want us to think like mathematicians for this one, okay? I want us to be thinking about numbers and how they how they interact with each other, how they relate to each other, how numbers work together. Okay, so here it says, use 2 different crayons to color in each train. So this is a train. Reminds me of our Unifix cubes we have in class, right guys? So use 2 different crayons. So I'm gonna pick 2 colors to start. I'm gonna pick orange and blue, okay? And it says on the line below each train, write an equation for that combination of 10. The first one has been done for you as an example. So here they used a color. They used brown and yellow. So they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brown and 3 yellow is 10 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let me just check and see. I'm gonna make up one of my own as another example for you, okay? And then you can do the rest at home. All right, so I'm gonna do, I just feel like coloring 1 today, orange. 1 orange. I'm gonna color all these in blue. Do, 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 la, 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 la. Sometimes, oh, when you're coloring, make sure you don't color like this or else it gets all over the paper. Make sure that you really think about your hand is hungry, right? Like an alligator. And then instead of it going straight up and down, make sure it goes to sleep in your hand. Do you see how I'm pushing it down onto that little pillow part? That way it'll be nice and neat. And I just make small motions with my wrist. I wiggle my wrist right here, this wiggle, I wiggle this part of my hand back and forth and back and forth. I don't use my whole body to color, just my wrist back and forth, right guys? Okay, so I'm gonna get my pencil. And how many orange did I have here? Do you remember? Just 1 straight line down and then we're done. Okay, and then how many blue? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 orange and 9 blue, make a circle, make a line, makes a 9 every time, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cubes all together. 1 orange and 9 blue is 10 cubes all together. I wonder what other colors you might use below, right? This is really fun work. All right, my good friends, let's check it out. Every drop that falls down gives flowers a chance to grow. How will you grow today? I can't wait to have all of this wonderful, exciting ideas about how to grow and change, right? You guys are growing every day. You make me proud. Make sure you're good friends to the people that are in your house. Make sure that you're being great listeners and that you're sharing and caring, being bucket fillers, right, good friends? You always make me proud, right? So share your ideas with your families today. Don't be afraid to grow and change a little bit, okay? Love you bunches. See you soon. Bye, friends.